on the all-new edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. Man on man, WWE Extreme Rules is here. It's coming within minutes. But here on the Pro Wrestling Show, we have the latest. We predict the outcome for the matches, the previews, the results, who I think going to lead Extreme Rules in the main event. We're going to take all match. Plus, we're going to have another predicted outcome for FightForTheFallen, AEW's own event before this might come on tonight on Saturday. So, hey, and plus, hot topics where a former WWE superstar tends to return and calls himself the Millennial Killer. I don't know what this is going to all be about, but we'll find out later as the all-new Pro Wrestling Show starts right now. Hello everyone, welcome again to the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host as always, KG. Glad you can join us. Hit the subscribe button, tell a friend, call a friend, just subscribe. We love it. Thank you all. We appreciate you here on the Pro Wrestling Show, joining that conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. As we get started, no ring reports this week as we're doing predict the outcomes for WWE Extreme Rules and AEW's FightForTheFallen. All right, let's get started with WWE Extreme Rules. All right, WWE Extreme Rules comes your way from Philadelphia in the Wachovia Center. I believe so, but tell me that. Wachovia Center. And what a stat card is going to be as let's get started with the last man standing match between Braun Strowman, the Monster Among Men, versus the Almighty Bobby Lashley. This past months, they've been trying to battle each other out with challenges from arm wrestling to tug of war to falls count anywhere, no holds barred, some deal. Now, I told you a couple weeks ago it was going to be a last man standing match. Go back to the tape. Now it's official. It's going to be a last man standing match between these two behemoths. The irresistible force meets the immovable object. Remember Hogan versus Andre from WrestleMania 3? I have to say, Strowman has the upper advantage, but you got to go to Lashley. Lashley has the power, the strength, the size, and the physique that Mr. McMahon always looks for. And I will go with Bobby Lashley over Strowman in the last man standing. Expect something real dramatic in that match. I'm telling you. Speaking of that, the WWE Cruiserweight Championship is on the line as champion Drew Gulak defends his title against Tony Nese. Drew Gulak has been saying since he won the Cruiserweight Championship that he's going to keep it, he's going to remain it. But challenger Tony Nese wants his title back, and he'll do anything possible. Both of these men were former tag team partners. Now they're going to battle for the purple title. And I believe Drew Gulak will retain his Cruiserweight Championship in Extreme Rules. Also, long been building up the Raw Tag Team titles on the line as the Revival defend against the Usos. This goes back when the Revival and the Usos were playing usmanship when the Usos were making fun of the Revival with their hygiene to their wrestling tactics. And now it comes full circle for the Raw Tag Team titles. Expect this back and forth. I believe the Revival will retain their championships. The Usos will get another shot. I think they'll get a shot at SummerSlam and go from there. Now we'll have a predicted outcome from there at SummerSlam. Speaking of the tag team titles, the SmackDown Tag Team Championships are on the line as Daniel Bryan and Roland, the Planeteers that I call them, defend their blue tag gold against the New Day of Big E and Xavier Woods and versus Heavy Machinery. Now on SmackDown this past week, these teams had a summit where they talked down to each other about what they're going to do to each other in the match, in the historic triple threat match. Led to a triple threat match between each team respective teammates where Daniel Bryan representing the Planeteers, New Day, Xavier representing New Day, Otis representing Heavy Machinery, but at the end, Otis got the victory, pinning Xavier and received momentum going to the Tag Team Championship match. With Heavy Machinery build up from what they had last month at Stomping Grounds and make up for it in this match. Could they be the SmackDown Tag Team Champions? We'll see. My money is on Bryan and Rowan in this match. They're going to retain some way, somehow. All right. Speaking of that, we had Aleister Black. Aleister Black has been doing his promos that he wants competition. He wants somebody to go knock on his door and give him the competition he truly deserves. Well, look no further than Cesaro. The Swiss Cyborg made an appearance by just doing antics, swinging the chair around and going around the chair, and then finally sit down and reveal himself that he wanted competition with Aleister Black. This is going to be a good match, top to bottom with Cesaro and Aleister Black. Expect Aleister Black with those high-end kicks, and Cesaro with that technicality, strength that he possesses. I want to say Cesaro picks up the win at Extreme Rules, and this is going to be like an inter-promotional match when you think about it. Cesaro representing Raw and Aleister Black representing SmackDown. So it's going to be a battle of brands between these two men. All right. That ends the first half of the predicted outcome for WWE Extreme Rules. All right. When we return, we're going to have hot topics as, a former WWE superstar announces his intentions to come back into the ring and show everyone that he still got it. And plus, Booker T pulls out StarrCast. You won't believe the reason why. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kid Jigs here. Glad you're here. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe if you like this show. Subscribe to our Connect TV channel. We love it. Connect TV is here to provide entertainment, and we love providing wrestling information and news. And we do this for you only. And thank you, and we appreciate your views and watching. Thank you all for watching ever so much. Thank you. You just don't know how much it is. All right, let's get to Hot Topic. All right, on Hot Topic this week, man, WWE Hall of Famer Booker T speaks out on a lot. I mean, a lot going on. Booker T finally revealed that he had pulled himself out of StarrCast, and Booker T explained the matter at hand. Watch this.
Yeah. You know what? I want to go before we even start talking about Deep Impact. Before we start talking about UFC and what happened with that extravaganza this weekend. Before we even get into our serious Russell talk. Booker T, 5-time champ, WWE Hall of Fame. I want to set the record straight, man, right here, because there's been a lot of falsehoods out there. And, let's not say falsehoods. It's just been some straight up lies going around out there. And I want to set the record straight, especially as far as the StarrCast event. And the way we should do this, and let's start it in chronological order. You and I, we had a chance to go to the last StarrCast. And, yep. We had a great time. We had a great time out in Vegas. Charmel and I, we got a chance to go see some Cirque du Soleil. O was awesome. Had a great time out there. The fans were really, really awesome. At the autograph signing as well. It was a great experience for me.
Yeah.
But I do remember after StarrCast, you and I talking, and I said I wasn't going to do StarCast next time. It just, just because I just didn't think it was right, for me to be working for WWE and being at StarCast. Now, a couple of weeks after StarCast was over, Conrad Thompson, he texted me, and what I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to put an overlay of all the texts that came out between Conrad and I, as far as him texting me and me texting him back. That way, it's going to be no discrepancy or anything like that, no misunderstandings as far as what was said. And this is the way it went. Conrad, he texted me a date that he wanted me to do an autograph signing. That autograph signing was August 31st. It was that date was in Chicago. He told me all of that. But what he didn't tell me that it was StarCast. I didn't know it was StarCast. I didn't find out it was StarCast until, Brad, you text me and say, "Hey, Booker, you doing StarCast?" And I said, "No, I'm not doing StarCast." But they're advertising you. Immediately, I put a tweet out and said that I wasn't going to be doing StarCast just because I did not know that the Conrad booking was StarCast, because he did not say that it was StarCast. He said an autograph signing. Now, me pulling out, and my reasonings why was because I said I wasn't going to do StarCast. I thought it should have been over with at that point. But seemed like the story just kept getting bigger and bigger. Dave Meltzer, the Meltzer Report, which is a bunch of crap. He put out a story, and the story was accurate in some parts as far as me talking to Conrad about that booking on that date. But that date, like I say, was never mentioned one time in text or verbally that it was StarCast. And if he would have said, "Hey, Book, would you like to do StarCast 3?" I would have said, "Hey, man, I appreciate it." But it wasn't framed that way. So I just want the people to know that I did not pull out a StarCast. I pulled out a StarCast because I was never in StarCast. I was booked for a date for an autograph signing, not knowing that date was StarCast. Now, as far as all of the WWE pulling me from the booking, let's get it straight right now. WWE had zero to do with me not doing that booking. They did not pull me from it, as well as WWE is not scrambling to find someone else because it was never a WWE booking. I was never supposed to be at StarCast from the beginning. Now, Dave Meltzer did quote me a lot of times in this article. Now, a lot of the stuff that Dave Meltzer said in this article, as far as your text message and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, you said that it was a war. You didn't want to be caught in the middle of the war.
I said it was a war because it really is. It's truly a war. The war is real, and I don't want to be caught in the middle of it. That's those are my words.
Booker T saying that Conrad Thompson told him one thing, didn't tell him it was going to be StarCast, and Booker T didn't want to be in the middle between WWE and AEW. So Booker T did the right thing, pulled himself out because he didn't know what was going on. He thought it was going to be for something else, but it wasn't going to be that. It was going to be for StarCast. So, hey, Conrad's making business plans already. He already got Bruce Pritchard hired back at WWE, Eric Bischoff hired back at WWE, so many others back at WWE. Who knows? You never know who will come back at WWE. Speaking of Booker T mentioned The Rock had mentioned by Booker T about his having a favorite match with him at SummerSlam 2001. Let's take a look at highlights of Booker T reaction to that.
There was something that went up on Instagram just yesterday. I wanted to get you to react to. One of your fellow peers, future Hall of Famer, former world champion, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, the biggest movie star in the world right now. He put up a post about one of you and his matches from back in the day at SummerSlam, called it one of his greatest matches ever, and said some really complimentary things about you. I want to get your reaction. What did you think of the post? Did you see it? And how do you feel?
Yeah, man, I did see it. It was actually pretty cool. I've always had nothing but good things to say about The Rock. Him and I, we the thing is, we've never been like great friends or anything like that. We ain't went out and, hung out and partied together or anything, went to dinner and stuff like that. But it was always, respectful. to each other in that locker room. And that right there, you know, that meant a lot to me because I came from WCW, and he easily could have shunned me when I came over there and said, "Oh man, you know, this guy's this or this guy's that." But people know you when you know open yourself up to them. You know, for myself, like I said, when I came from WCW, I wanted to leave all my accolades in WCW and come over there and prove to those guys like The Rock, like Triple H, like you know, Jericho, like The Undertaker, that hey man, I can make it in the locker room first. You know what I mean? If I could make it in the locker room, everything else will just work itself out. And for him and I, you know, for people on the outside looking in would think him and I were rivals. You know, me being in WCW, the People's Champ. You know what I mean? Him being in WWF, the People's Champ. When we got together, it was going to be, you know, a lot of friction. You know what I mean? A lot of topsy-turvy nights, you know, in the ring and whatnot. But him and I, man, we always just went out in the ring and performed for one reason and one reason only. And that was for the fans, man, to give those fans, you know, the ultimate, you know, thrill ride, the ultimate night of excitement when they go home and say, man, The Rock and Booker T, man, can't wait to see those guys go out there and do it again. Kind of like the Stone Cold Steve Austin and Booker T fighting in the grocery store. He's another guy, same way. But for him to say that publicly, and then for him to sit there and, you know, hit those characters, you know, it meant a lot, you know what I mean? Because he said a lot about me as well as, you know, the type of person I am. That meant a lot to me. And I can't say enough about the guy. I'm going to start watching his movies now.
All right, Booker T reacting to The Rock, saying that he was his favorite opponent, one of his favorite opponents. And you can tell because that SummerSlam match kind of saved that alliance, WWE dream match with Booker T defending the WCW championship against The Rock in the main event SummerSlam 2001. I can remember it like it was yesterday with the song "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor." It was JR and Paul Heyman calling the action. Yeah, Booker T and The Rock, you know, doing the thing, and they did it to their best of their ability. Speaking of that, man, WWE announced that they are returning to Madison Square Garden, where it all begins again, home for them. It's been nearly 10 years since WWE hasn't had live tapings, so they're going to do their live tapings. So finally, WWE returns to Madison Square Garden after Madison Square Garden had that little issue with WWE and Ring of Honor, you know, being in the Garden. WWE took issue to it, and then WWE making dividends and trying to do well with Madison Square Garden and say, hey, we need to keep this intact. They're exclusive to us. So I understand that. I understand, believe me. Speaking of that, WWE superstar Sasha Banks spotted near Japan, and she's training for a comeback. A lot of people saying Sasha Banks is prepping herself for a comeback. So Sasha Banks bringing the appeal back to where she needs to be. So Sasha Banks hopefully come back. I hope she goes back and do a feud with Taylor. So let's hope. It's great. Fingers crossed. Speaking of that, Joey Janela, AEW superstar, and Enzo Amore, former WWE superstar, were involved in a Twitter war, and they said it was an altercation. You see these Twitter posters right here. Janela and Enzo trading back and forth barbs at each other on Twitter. So you got to wonder, is this kind of AEW need to find hire Enzo and get cash? That's a possibility. All right. Former WWE superstar Damian Sandow announces that he's returning to the ring. Let's see what Damian had to say. Watch this.
I'm here in Toronto at Battle Arts Academy. I attended a wrestling show and I had an epiphany. I've been gone for 2.5 years. Look what's happened to the world. Look what's happened to the business.
Whoa.
The world needs me and the business needs me.
They need him.
The millennial player was born.
Whoa. He's saying that he's going to return as the Millennium Slayer. WWE new gimmick, look out. WWE Universe, what do you guys think? This is WrestleHead1. Leave a comment down below. This man was a crazy gimmick back in the day, just not many years ago. And he's going to come back and slay the world. Aaron, thoughts? Well, here you go. Wow, breaking news, incredible news.
Damien calls himself the Millennial Slayer, so Damien Sandow wants to come back and kill off the millennials. But he got to realize too, he's a millennial because he was born in the mid-80s. Damien, come on. If you want to national attention wrestling, just come back to wrestling. Just go from there. Go from there from circle. Speaking of that, Filthy Tom Lawler invokes his rematch clause against new MLW champion Jacob Fatu, and they had a rematch down the road where Fatu won against Lawler at the Kings of the Coliseum pay-per-view where Fatu now new champion. That Jacob Fatu, he's athletic, he got ability. Don't be shocked he make an appearance on WWE one day. I'm telling you right now. All right. That should, and Becky Lynch, for WWE Raw Women's Champion, she speaks out about everything about Ronda Rousey being afraid. Now show her face that she's been defeated with this interview with Fair Game with Christian. Watch this.
And Charlotte and Ronda.
Oh yeah.
Like, how really personal are we talking? Like, did you feel it was very real for you?
The beauty of that story was that it was real and that people felt it. And that was why people got so invested. What I wanted was people to want to see this as the main event. And the way to make people want to see that as the main event was to make it personal. Because there was no way in hell I was allowing this to just be a corporate main event, that it was the first time ever that women were going to main event. And that was probably going to be the case. But it had to be because the people demanded it and not because this was a good publicity move.
Sure.
And it wasn't. It was what the people wanted. And people stayed to watch the main event, even though it had been 7 hour long show. Yeah. People cared about that story, and they cared because it was personal.
Yes, Becky Lynch kind of spoiling the surprises and telling saying she's not ready for her. You got to wonder about Becky Lynch when she's having this match. We'll talk about later on in predict the outcome for Extreme Rules by Becky Lynch match against Lacey Evans for her boyfriend Seth Rollins and stuff. Also, this Russo explains and exposes Heyman, Bischoff, and Pritchard about them being back in the bubble. Watch this.
The wrestling bubble philosophy. Okay, bro, the wrestling bubble psychology. Bro, I was thinking about this today, how to really make people understand the wrestling bubble. Bro, my last painting that you can go for auction now on eBay, you just go to Vince Russo's original art. I have the wrestling bubble, and within the wrestling bubble are Paul Heyman, Eric Bischoff, and Bruce Pritchard. They are in the wrestling bubble. They are part of the wrestling bubble. Even though they were no longer working for the WWE, they were still in that bubble. Okay, here's what that bubble means. That bubble means a couple of things. You eat, sleep, drink, piss, shit, fart, professional wrestling. All you think about nonstop is professional wrestling. It is your life. You are consumed by it, okay? I was not one that was ever consumed by professional wrestling, bro. I was a wrestling fan.
Wow. Vince Russo, a lot of people say Vince Russo is bitter and angry and frustrated, but, Vince Russo has his rights, but at the same time, Bischoff, Heyman, and Bischoff and Pritchard, they're back in WWE, they're back in the seat, in the saddle, what JR used to like to say. So, hey, they kind of happy, but they ain't content when they're going to be. All right, that is Hot Topics. Let's get back to WWE Extreme Rules for, Extreme Rules, predict the outcome. Speaking of that, the SmackDown Women's Championship is online as Bayley defends her championship against not only Alexa Bliss, but also Nikki Cross. Well, Alexa Bliss didn't show up this week on Raw or SmackDown, but Nikki Cross, wanted to show her that, hey, I'm going to defend. I'm speaking for Alexa, and we're going to make sure that we win and we become the new women's co-tag team champion. That's a possibility that can happen. Remember, years ago, Lay Cool were the first women to win the women's championship and broke it up into halfway, so they claimed each woman was the women's champion. And they had a free ball rule that you didn't know who was going to defend it at what particular time. So I'm going with Bayley, and then that's when the explosion between Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross will begin after the match. Watch what I tell you. Also, the WWE United States Championship is online as Ricochet defends his goal against AJ Styles, who newly turned heel and formed realigned and with the club, Anderson and Gallows. After their match, when Ricochet defeated both Anderson and Gallows, and he won a piece of AJ. AJ playing the sneaky heel and attacked Ricochet, leading towards their match. So I'm going with, I want to say AJ Styles will win, and Ricochet will chase AJ Styles from there. And I think it's been a phenomenal storyline with the phenomenal one and Ricochet battling for the United States Championship. And speaking of that, Rey Mysterio made a return back. So it's interesting to see, but they put all these people in the multi-matches or what. So we go from there. Also, the WWE Championship is online. It's Kofi Kingston, the champion, defends his championship against the challenger Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe been doing the ambush attack lately, but finally Kofi Kingston gets his hand. A lot of people say Kofi Kingston has been injured and he looks ready to go. We'll find out and see at Extreme Rules. But I'm going to go with Kofi Kingston because Kofi Kingston's going to find that willpower, that determination, that, perseverance to fight it and become and beat Samoa Joe and move on to SummerSlam. Whoever remains to be unknown. And finally, the mixed tag team Extreme Rules match. Winner takes all. The WWE Universal Championship and the WWE Raw Women's Championship as boyfriend, girlfriend, Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch defend their championships against challengers Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans. This whole thing got started at Stomping Ground when Lacey Evans was the special guest referee in the Universal Championship match between Baron Corbin and Seth Rollins. She tried to screw Rollins, but Becky Lynch wasn't having it. And Becky Lynch came out there and Seth retained his title. But now things are going full circle as now Becky and Seth are teaming together. And Corey Graves made mention that they ain't going to work together and they lose the title. Will there be a breakup at the end? I don't think so. I think Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch will beat Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans and keep their championships intact. And we'll go on from there. And then they also added caveat to this match that if the champions win, then the challengers cannot challenge them never again while they're champion. So Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans also have a lot to lose. If they can't become champions, they'll never get a championship match while Seth and Becky are the champions. So the possibilities are endless. But to me, the champions, Rollins and Becky Lynch, will remain champions, and they'll go from there and move on to SummerSlam to face whoever they need to face. So that is predicted outcome for WWE Extreme Rules. Let's move on to another predicted outcome where tonight, the Fight for the Fallen, where Brandy Rose meets Allie. Now you know that Brandy Rose has been a thorn on Allie's side. Now Allie wants show that she's no one-trick pony. So Allie here to prove herself in AEW. So I'm going with, I want to say Brandy. Brandy's going to try to sneak away and try to get the simply vote and then try to be sneaky at the end. So I'm going with Brandy in this match. Also, Kenny Omega versus Sema. So I'm going with Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega is going to win, period. Also, a match that everybody's been looking forward to and stuff, where Sonny Kiss goes against Peter Avalon of the Librarians with Leva Bates, both on Librarians. That's the gimmick. And I'm gonna go with Sonny. I'm gonna go with Sonny Kiss because he's gonna try to do some strange tactics. I tell you, they're strange tactics. Also, so-called uncensored Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky with Christopher Daniels against the Lucha Brothers, Pentagon and Ray Phoenix. Yeah, I got to give it to the Lucha Brothers. The Lucha Brothers are on a roll, leaving Impact, and now they're in AEW. So Lucha Brothers win that match. Also, Kip Sabian from England takes on Adam Page from America. Adam Page, next month he will be challenging to become the next World Heavyweight Champion against Chris Jericho in the finals. So they have to make Adam Page look good, look strong for All Out next month. So, for that. Also, Jimmy Havoc in the 6-man tag team match. Jimmy Havoc, Darby Allin, George Janela team up against MJF, Sammy Guevara, and Shawn Spears in that match. Now, I know MJF has a bone to pick with Shawn Spears. I don't think they're going to coexist at all. So, I'm going to go with Jimmy, Jacob, Albin, and George Janela. MJF, Sammy Guevara, and Shawn Spears going to have miscommunication because of MJF and Shawn Spears. They can't coexist as a team, period. And I believe the main event of the match night will be the Rhodes brothers, Cody and Dustin, team up. It's been about, 6 years or something like that? They team up against the Young Bucks, Mac and Nick Jackson. Now, this whole thing got started when Mac and Nick Jackson tried to mock him with the blood. Okay, you can't mock him with blood, but hey, you can try. But I want to go with Cody. I'm going to go with Cody and Dustin because I believe Cody and Dustin are the dream team like the American Dream Dustin Rhodes used to be back in the day. So that's what I'm going with at tonight's AEW Fight for the Fallen. All right. That we had 2 predicted outcomes all enrolled in one. So thank you all again. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, tell a friend, call a friend. We appreciate you here in the Pro Wrestling Show. We'll see you next week for another edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I've been Kenny Dix saying so long. We'll see you next time here on the Pro Wrestling Show.